Hey folks, Brad Nickel here with Cryptobiz. We've decided to reboot our podcast. I've done about 5 episodes previously and had a lot of great responses to it and figured out that we were actually pretty decent at it. One of the things that dawned on me today that everyone should be thinking about that is trying to gain customers for their products or services, and that not only is a podcast a great way to get attention, just generally, if you build up a big audience, a lot of people will know more about you and you'll gain expertise in the market. But something else that you should really think about is focusing the content of your show on the people that you would like to have as customers. Now, there's a couple of reasons for that. The first is that it will be content and material that you're creating that is relevant to your target market. So you'll be providing insights and strategies and tips and your expertise and authority, as well as insights from people that are just like your target market that will be valuable to the listener. And so that's obviously job one of any podcast, is creating highly valuable and usable and entertaining content. The second bonus of that is that you're going to be interviewing, talking to, and getting to know better people that you'd like to have as clients. So what you should do is do what we're doing, and that is create a list of projects and people that you, number one, would find interesting and think have a good story, but number two, that you'd actually like to have as your customer. So if you think about that, during the course of that interview, you may establish your expertise with them and be able to get them as a client. But even if you don't go into the job trying to pitch yourself. Don't go into the podcast trying to pitch yourself for services or products. Really go into the podcast wanting to understand them and get to know them better. The real third bonus of this strategy is it helps you gain insights to whom your market is, understands their needs, and understand their businesses. And so that provides incredible amount of value for you as a marketer and as a strategist and as a business owner to better understand your market. The next bonus to all of this is, and you can see why it's such a powerful way to market your business, is that the folks that you interview are going to tweet about and post on Facebook and LinkedIn and talk about the fact, and maybe do a blog post about the fact that you had them on your podcast, that they were interviewed as an expert, as somebody in the industry that people should listen to. So it is an incredible way to curry favor with people in the industry, get to know people in the industry, make connections and network through your industry, get PR for your podcast, get social media exposure for your podcast, gain information and knowledge about your target market, potentially gain customers directly from the people that you interview, and also get more attention for you, your products and services, and your podcast from people in your industry. All of that is with the content marketing goal of really establishing yourself as an expert. Now, as I said earlier, it's really critical that you provide good content. It's got to be entertaining. It's got to be educational. It's got to be something that people say, wow, this provided value to me. Spending 15 or 20 or 30 minutes listening to this podcast really helped me create a better business, really helped me market myself better, really helped me learn how to develop tools better. Whatever it is, whatever you're offering to the market, you really need to make sure that you're providing great value in the podcast. So you really need to think about the questions you're going to ask. You want to understand what your subject's business is all about. You want to understand the value they provide. You want to give them a chance to promo and talk about their products and services. But you also want to understand the pain that they go through as it relates to your marketplace and services that you work around. You really want to understand their successes, their failures, what brought them here. Get them really talking about themselves, where they're from, who they are as people, and how they ended up in the industry that they're in. It's an exceptional way to really promote what you do without promoting. And that's one of the critical things about any interview. You do not want the interview to be about your products and services. That will come through. Your expertise, your knowledge, your vision, your capabilities, they'll come through in the course of an interview. And people are going to want to learn more about you because you interviewed somebody in their industry, especially if it's somebody they respect. So a couple of things. We're going to be doing some podcasts about how to create a podcast, but more importantly, take the step of really thinking about how a podcast could benefit your business. A podcast doesn't have to have 1 million downloads a month to be incredibly valuable. If customers are worth X amount of money to you, and you know that interviewing people that have a big audience already will get you more exposure for what you do because you've created this podcast that talks about your industry, that can be incredibly valuable to your business, to building your network. Don't get discouraged if you only get 10 downloads on the first one. Keep promoting it, keep talking about it, and get your subjects of your interviews, your guests, to talk about it as well. It's really important that you're working hard to promote your podcast. Really, you've become a media producer, a content marketer, and it's an exceptional way to get exposure for what you're doing. That's a tip for the day. Thanks a lot, and I hope you have a great day, and I hope this helps. Please feel free to put comments below in Twitter. Let me know what you think, and give me your ideas and insights.